Breaking news. Breaking news. And who would have ever thought this would happen? Well, if you haven't been paying attention to this whole Raiders Antonio Brown situation, seems like a short-lived marriage has finally ran its course. Now, Antonio Brown has been doing some questionable shit ever since he's been with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you got a guy that is talented as Antonio Brown that can, add W's to the win column from his high level of skill set at the receiver position, you would think this dude would be, a dream to your team's concerns. Now, the Raiders gave up 2 first-round draft picks to get Antonio Brown, 3rd and the 5th. And you would think somebody who was already in a toxic situation, already showing signs of bad relationships with the quarterback, the coach, and the owner with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and some other teammates. You go and give up good draft picks for a guy who's constantly got social media going crazy over the things he does, but he has a good work ethic, smart at the position that he plays, should be the highest paid at his position, is top 3 at his position. And then he comes to your organization knowing that you're going to have hard knocks, filming the team, knowing that if Hard Knocks would have been with any other team, I think that's where Antonio Brown would have went. But the Raiders had the most cachet and the best cachet to give up to get Antonio Brown. So that played a huge part in it too, with the draft picks. But let's not act like the Raiders didn't know what they were going to get. I mean, they seen this dude do this with another team, and what they was expecting a different result, knowing that you got Hard Knocks cameras all around. That dude is going to take advantage of them Hard Knocks cameras and not make it about the Raiders, but make it about himself. Now, the Raiders knew that Antonio Brown wasn't going to play unless he got that $30 million, $29 million, the $29 to $30 million that was in his contract, that the guaranteed money. They knew that. The disrespect. It's the disrespect. That's what it is. This all comes down to disrespect. And how he disrespected not only Jon Gruden, not only the Raiders organization, but Mike Mayock, the general manager that was appointed by Jon Gruden, who I think is a joke anyway. You know what I'm saying? He's just a Jon Gruden pawn to be used to do his dirty work, so none of the bad decisions fall on who? Jon Gruden. Now, the only person that this hurts are, we shouldn't say person, but the only things that this will hurt is the fan base, Derek Carr, and ticket sales, merchandise, things of that nature. Plus, I think this was all set up to help out Derek Carr. This is just my opinion. This is just what I think. Knowing that Jon Gruden really doesn't have a lot of faith in Derek Carr, They gave up a lot to bring a receiver that could, cover up the mistakes that Derek Carr makes at the quarterback position. Now that Antonio Brown has been released and he's no longer there, I don't know what this does for Derek Carr's career. I mean, knowing that they finna go to Las Vegas, just think about it. The Raiders was to have some type of huge impact between Derek Carr and Antonio Brown. Let's just say Derek Carr let's just say Antonio Brown has 1,400 receiving yards, 13 touchdowns, all from Derek Carr, right? And let's say the Raiders this season, hypothetically, have a chance to get into the playoffs. They have a good record, 10-6 record, 11-5 record. Wild card, they lose in the wild card. That'll be good things to come for the Raiders, especially knowing that they finna move to Vegas. And now with Antonio Brown gone, yeah, man, you might be able to go to a Raider game for about $50, $60 next year. Yeah, I'll be taking some trips to Vegas. We'll definitely be doing that, just to go see the Raiders play another good team for $60. I'm all in on that shit right now. This has been I don't know what to say as far as good publicity or bad publicity for the Raiders. I mean, as far as to the fan base, it's bad publicity. I mean, y'all go and make this huge move to go get one of the biggest superstars in the NFL, and it just falls through before the first game of the season. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. September 7th, 2019. And the Raiders released Antonio Brown 45 minutes ago. Man, you cannot make this shit up in the NFL, man. This shit is ridiculous. I don't know what the Raiders gonna do, but they got some decisions to make coming up in the future, knowing that they don't have, a big-time superstar to be the face of the team. So, this is bad. This is real bad. Not only for the Raiders, but this says a lot about Jon Gruden and Mike Mayock. Like, I think Mike Mayock and Jon Gruden gonna start getting into it. These are just the beginning steps of Mike Mayock being a bad decision. Why would you go pick Mike Mayock? That don't make any sense. So, I guess to all of y'all who drafted Antonio Brown in your fantasy league teams, might as well bench him and find out where he's going to go next. So, all we could do is just stay tuned and find out what other shitstorm stories is going to come up out of this whole situation with the Raiders and Antonio Brown, because he's going to say something about it on social media. That's the first place he run to anyway. So we'll wind up hearing something from Antonio Brown sooner rather than later. But I believe there will be a team that will come out and pick him up. Hopefully they don't have to go through the same similar situations that the Raiders went through with the cryogenic chamber messing up his feet, and then the whole helmet situation bullshit. Now getting into it with the GM. Oh man, he better just hope he find another job. That's one thing. But I don't blame him for not playing for his $30 million. But your actions speak louder than words, and apparently his did both. So hopefully Antonio Brown finds another team that he could play for, and hopefully he get his act together. Get your shit together, AB. With that being said, man, I'm out.